Hey guys, this is Hamon and welcome back to Bytesize, the show where I review games that I've taken interest in. They don't have to be old, they don't have to be new, they just have to be something I'm interested in. And today, we're doing a double feature today, because we are looking at two games that the only thing they have in common is that they have to do with building. And the first one, I really think it's really just a tool for building maps, because it's called Townscaper, and that's really it. Like, you start off with empty, vast ocean, and you can build platforms, and then on those platforms you can build buildings, and if you shape the buildings in a certain way, you can make an elevated platform that you can just put more buildings, or make it a giant tower if you want, and that's about it. There's not really much else there is to it. There's no like puzzle element or anything. It's just that. Not that it's bad, it's just that it feels like there should be more, like say objectives and all that, and maybe some actual things to interact with, like little people that you can do with that, but it's whatever. It's a fine thing. I mean, you can apparently take screenshots and make it into objects that you can export to make, I guess, into things that you can 3D print and all that. I can see this as like a sort of thing for D&D in a sense, I guess, but other than that, I really have no idea what the purpose is. And with all that said, relatively quickly, I'm going to move on to the actual game I'll be talking about for the duration of this video, which is Evil Genius 2. It is the sequel to Evil Genius 1, in terms of both graphics and gameplay-wise, it is a lot better. Now, the story of Evil Genius 2 is the same as the first one. You are an evil genius trying to take over the world from the forces of justice. While said forces of justice are going to stop you every turn of the way as your heat goes up. Because as you proceed to do schemes and all that, they will get attention on you and thus will cause you to go into battles and such. Now, as I said earlier, in terms of graphics, it is a massive improvement, as it's been years since the first game, and thus with the technology improvements and all that, everything looks a lot nicer. Animation looks smoother, the characters look a lot nicer, and the backgrounds and such look a lot better. Although I will say, all the Masterminds look nice. I am missing one that, for one reason or another, they've decided to take out entirely. For whatever reason, I'm sure there is a good one in any sense, but I still miss it because I used to play the guy a lot. In any case, it's good either way. Like, as much as I would love to complain about it, it is definitely a lot better than the original in terms of how it looks and all that, so whatever. In terms of gameplay, it is basically any building, resource gathering, simulation type of situation. So if you play like SimCity or Age of Empires to a degree, it's kind of like that. The only difference with this one is that there's not really actual combat per se. I mean, yeah, you can fight whoever invades your lair, but outside of that, when you're going to go into the world, there's not really a battle situation. You're just going to be completing missions that will induce heat from the governments that you're raiding and will bring them to you, and thus you have to deal with them in your base. Otherwise, you're basically trying to build up your base so that you can take over the world a lot faster. I mean, hopefully faster in any case. But otherwise, it's all the same. Now, your Mastermind has buffs and all that you can use to help in certain tasks, such as the Scientist one, which can help your researchers research things faster when in use. However, as they are a person, they need to rest at times, so they have to go to their evil sanctum to be able to relax for a bit, and then you can send them back to resume their job. You also need to build rooms that are specialized in certain aspects, such as a room for security guards, a room for researchers, a room for making that you can broadcast your evil signal around the world and thus influence the things. All that kind of stuff. And with that said, it's fine. It's all good. I actually enjoyed it. I'm probably going to be playing it a bunch of times, probably doing one in sandbox mode just so I can have it all available to me immediately. And with that said, I'm going to say for the final verdict of both games, quote-unquote, for the first one, if you want to check out Townscaper, I would probably suggest doing it with the grain of salt that it's not actually a game in the sense that you might think it is. It is more of a tool, as I said at the very beginning, but if you want to check it out, go ahead. It's interesting enough anyway. In terms of Evil Genius 2, I would definitely say check it out, especially if you are a person that enjoyed the first game. They are both available on Xbox Game Pass for free if you are a Xbox Game Pass subscriber. Otherwise, they are at the price at the lower left hand of the screen. And they are available at these consoles / other PC things, I guess, if you are interested in that, and if they are available on such things. But with that said, I'd like to thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Bytesize, and I'll see you next time. Bye!